Hello, it's Monday, everybody. So I have 3 messages today, like I usually do, but I have some exciting things to share with you. But first, number 1, I wanted to go back to something that Miss Danielle suggested that you try at home, and so. I wrote, can you move like a, and remember she wondered if you could move like a tadpole, and she was showing us the tadpoles that she has, and how like interesting they look, and she was talking about how they move. And then she wondered if you can move like a frog. And she also wondered like how many hops you could make. Maybe you could count them. Yeah, and that made me think of something another idea that you could do. And we're gonna get to that on number 3. But she also wondered if you, or she didn't wonder, she taught you a new word. It was metamorphosis. And I didn't write that down, but that is a long, kind of tricky word, metamorphosis. And she wondered, or she showed you that whole sequence that frogs go through to become frogs. And I wanted to tell you, guess what? Butterflies do the same thing. So first they're an egg, a little egg, and then they become caterpillars, right? And we're going to be talking about this today, then they become chrysalides. So one caterpillar is an egg, starts as an egg, becomes a caterpillar, and then turns into a chrysalis. More than one is chrysalides. And then they come out of the chrysalides and are butterflies. So it'll come out of, one little one will come out of its chrysalis and become a butterfly. And that whole cycle is called metamorphosis. So that's for frogs and butterflies. So that brings me to number 2, and I want to give you an update on the caterpillars. So guess what? The caterpillars are not caterpillars anymore. I know. Whoa. Yeah. So what I drew up here is the cup that I've had. And what happened was, over the weekend, remember I told you there was already one on Thursday that was hanging like a J? Well, I have some sad news to share. So it was hanging like a J, and it started to turn into a chrysalis, but overnight, on Thursday night to Friday, when I looked in the cup, it had fallen. So it was up at the top on the lid, but then it fell down on the bottom. So something happened and it couldn't stay up, and so it's not alive anymore, and it was really sad. But there were 4 other caterpillars in the cup, and over the weekend it took them longer, but then they all went up to the top of the cup and they made J's like that. So they were hanging like that. Now what I did, because it takes a while for the caterpillars to go up there and they were moving around a lot, and then they finally, one by one, started hanging like a J. But it would have been a really, really long video to just keep a video there. So I decided I'll take some pictures of what's happening with the caterpillars, and then I can show you the pictures. So what I did is I took pictures and I put them in something on the computer, and I numbered them and talked about what was happening in them. So when you get this video, you'll also have that you can look at in a document, so that your families can look at it and show you all the things that were happening with the caterpillars. But I'm going to tell you about it. So they were hanging like the J's, so I have pictures of that. And then one by one, they started to turn into the chrysalides. And so you'll see what that looks like. And right now they're, I showed you, or I took pictures of it. So after a couple days, I left them like that after they all turned into the chrysalides, just to make sure they were ready. I very carefully took the lid off of the cup and I put it in this holder thing and I put it in a net. So on Wednesday what I'll do is I'll really show you in a little video of the net. But I have pictures of it attached in that with all the other pictures. So see if you can look at those. But yeah, so they turn from the caterpillars into the chrysalids. So now there are 4 chrysalids, and after a while, they're gonna they're gonna come out and be butterflies. It's gonna be really exciting. And that is their metamorphosis, part of their metamorphosis. So today what I want to do to practice, think about all the things that happen for them to become a butterfly, is I have a new song, and this song is from Miss Molly. And she taught some of us teachers how to sing it. So I'm going to sing it for you and show you how to do it. And then the words I wrote to your family so you can do it at home too. All right, so first you have to get your hand out and point here, because guess what we're going to pretend is on there? An egg is on your hand. So we can sing, first comes the butterfly that lays an egg. Then comes a caterpillar with many legs, right? Yep. See that caterpillar spin and spin, a little chrysalis to sleep in. Oh, 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 look and see. Oh, 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 look and see. Out of the chrysalis, my, oh my, out comes a beautiful butterfly. Yay! Let's do it one more time. All right? You can sing it with me. Okay, so ready? Remember, there's an egg in there in your hand. First comes the butterfly that lays an egg. Then comes a caterpillar with many legs. See that caterpillar spin and spin, a little chrysalis to sleep in. Oh, 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 look and see. Oh, 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 look and see. Out of the chrysalis, my, oh my, out comes a beautiful butterfly. And that's the whole metamorphosis of how we find how butterflies come into the world. All right, so that makes me think about number 3. And my idea for something you can do at home with the song, or after you sing the song, is, can you move like a caterpillar? So you maybe watch some of those videos of the caterpillars moving. Maybe you could try moving your body like that. And maybe I wonder how many legs you might have, right? Can you move like a chrysalis? Now, that's a little tricky because chrysalids, when the caterpillar's in there, they're like sleeping. So they're not really moving very much. But when I moved the cup a little bit today or yesterday to move the lid and everything, one of them was like shaking inside. I was worried it was going to fall, but it didn't. So usually though, they're really still. But sometimes they shake around a little. And then, can you move like a butterfly? Now, I did show you, well, I don't know. We maybe haven't seen a video. I think on Wednesday I'll show you some more about butterflies. But we pretended to be a butterfly. Maybe you could try that with your whole body too. And we'll learn more about that. So you have a song you can sing, and you can try moving your body like all these different parts of a butterfly metamorphosis and frog metamorphosis. So Miss Danielle will be back tomorrow with a video, and hopefully we'll see some of you at our Zoom groups where we're going to do some fun things. And then I'll be back with a video on Wednesday. All right, bye.